In life, when you want to become or when you want to evolve, you look up to the people who have already reached, stage in their life, and you draw inspiration from them. You will start listening to them, and one such person is Oprah Winfrey. And when I started watching her shows, and which is very recently, I did follow her, but I used to watch Ellen DeGeneres more than I used to watch Oprah. I came across one of her interviews where she said that the humans have three basic needs. Now, I was wondering in my head at that very moment, what are three basic needs? I mean, food, clothing, shelter, is that what she's talking about? But then I quickly realized that if it's Oprah, she's not going to talk about necessities. These are emotional needs, three key emotional needs, and I think this has been one of the biggest learnings after investing time in watching her videos. So I'm here to share it with you. The first need is I need to be seen. The need to be seen. And by seen, what I mean is that, let me put it in a simpler form and give you an example. When you walk across someone you may have known from your school, or you may know in the daily, or someone who's your distant relative, and you just walk past the person sees you, and for some reason you either deliberately ignore, or you don't end up seeing the person. And cut to, when you see the person or come across this person sometime, some other time, maybe a week or two later, or even maybe 2-3 months later, you would have heard this person say, "Hey, you saw me that day, but you didn't say hi. I was saying hi. तुमने मुझे नहीं देखा." Now that fascinates me because 2-3 months later, 1 week later, itna time tak you've been thinking about the fact that that person took notice of me and ignored me, or didn't take notice of me. Why would you hold one such emotion, a petty emotion, in your head, right? So Oprah answered it wonderfully. She said that by seen, I don't mean seen in the physical form. I mean that the humans have a need to be acknowledged. That you are actually registering the very presence of that person, because that gives the person his due importance, right? So, and I completely agree that if somebody just walks past me, someone who I know, and if he is ignorant, I feel upset. I don't feel nice about it. I feel that, have I done something wrong? Did I upset him? Why is he ignoring me? Is there something that I don't know? So many questions in our head. So if we want to make stronger relations, or we want to maintain strong relations, I think these 3 points are very important, because you have to address the basic needs of human emotions to have a good human connection, right? Now, coming to the second point, she talks about the need to be heard. Now, hearing on, just by hearing the word hear, it may sound as someone says something, it gets registered in our ears, we hear those sounds, and that's about it. No. When she says hearing, she means that whenever a person is talking, you hear what the person is saying, you decode what the person is trying to say, and then you again understand or tell the person, "Hey, I understand what you are saying." So the need to be heard is essentially the need to be understood. So you would have heard that, when you're talking to your girlfriend or you're talking to your boyfriend, and they keep saying something, and then suddenly they come back and say that, "Are you even listening to me? Are you even hearing what I'm trying to say?" And you're like, "Haan, main sun raha tha na." And they completely disagree with what you're saying. That's because they are expecting a reaction from you. They are expecting to hear something that is a proof that you have actually understood their side of the story, or you've understood the series of events that they have just narrated. So it's very important to start listening and not hear. It takes a little bit of effort. It needs you to not be distracted, but it's very important if you want to actually build stronger relationships, maintain strong relationships, or even have a great human connection. The third and the most important point in my eyes is the need to be recognized. Now, let me give you a very lame, if you would say, a small example. When I take the local train daily, there are so many moments, and so many times I've noticed this, that people are trying to jump in the train, okay? And I saw this moment is very vivid in my memory. I saw this woman jump up into the train and she looked at 4 people being happy. Hey, I achieved it. I boarded the train. It was difficult, but I did it. Now this, in the series of events of whatever has been happening daily, is such a trivial thing. It is, it's something that one may not take notice of, but for that person, that moment was important and she had achieved something. Now she needed 2-3 people to smile for her to feel nice about what she had done, right? Now imagine, this is just boarding a train, but when someone achieves something, when someone looks really good, that person needs to be complimented. It is a basic need for that person to be recognized, his efforts to be recognized, and this turns into motivation. So if you are trying to motivate someone, you don't need to start with, "Arey, what you're doing is really wrong. You know what? You need to start doing something really better." That's not how you motivate a person. That's not how you encourage someone to take the right path. You first recognize his efforts. You know what? You've done a phenomenal job with whatever little you've done, but let's take it to the next level. The moment you start acknowledging the person's efforts, you start recognizing the person exactly for who he or she is, that's when you've earned the interest and the respect of the other person, or even a hearing, you've even got the attention of the person. You've earned the attention of the person, and that's when you take it to the next level. For me, these 3 learnings have been great. I think they are very important for me to implement when I am training, when I am conducting image consulting sessions, but I thought it is my responsibility to share this amazing piece of information with all you guys. I hope it helps you communicate better, communicate more effectively, and grow together. Thank you so much.